Hello, my name is Liza. Today, Quarantino and I are very excited to share with you this adorable kittens playing peekaboo in a pumpkin fall decor piece. My original inspiration is from a source unknown. It was just something that I saw on Facebook, and I knew I was going to be able to do this with DollarTree products. So I got one of these foam carve-it-yourself pumpkins and some of the small pumpkin clips. I used dark yellow acrylic paint and pumpkin chalk paint. The first thing I did was I carefully removed the top of the pumpkin with a serrated knife. And because pumpkins in my memory are yellow inside, not white, I took some dark yellow paint and just painted the underneath of the top and the edges. And then when that was dry, I did the rest of the pumpkin with the pumpkin chalk paint because it was more realistic color. Then I took a strip of black felt and I made little triangles for my kitty's ears. And then I repeated the process using printed cardstock, and I just made my triangles a little bit smaller. And with some glue, I attached the cardstock to the felt ears. Then the original piece looked like it had, I didn't know what it had for eyes, but I happen to have these little like plastic things that are supposed to be in little animals when you mix stuffed animals that I've had for a long time. So I decided to use those, and they popped into the foam perfectly. And then I took some hot glue and I attached 2 ears to each pumpkin. I actually didn't even end up using this pumpkin because it only fits 3, so you're going to see my sample. But here are the 4 pumpkins, all done with their cute little eyes and ears. Next, it was time to make whiskers. So I took some of the DollarTree black wire, and I cut 3 3-inch pieces for each kitty, and then a small piece so that I could wrap that around the center of the 3 pieces, and I used like a plier to make them really tight, and then I had a little piece left over that would be able to be pushed right into the foam, and then my whiskers were on my kitten. And then I cut tinier pieces of black felt triangles, and I hot glued them right over the whiskers for a nose. Next, I grabbed some ribbons. I ended up only using the thin ribbons, the narrow ribbons, and they were all from DollarTree. And with hot glue, I glued them into the pumpkin. And I did one side and then I flipped it over. So this is what the bottom is going to look like. And it's not too bulky. The pumpkin still stands flat. Then I needed to make a new stem. So I took a piece of the brown craft paper that you can find at DollarTree, and I just scrunched it up and I made a shape of a stem, pumpkin stem. And then with jute twine and hot glue, I just wrapped the entire paper piece up until it was completely covered. I found a leaf in my stash of leaves that, I keep them for projects like this, and I hot glued that to the top. And then I used a lot of hot glue and I glued the new stem also to the top. Then I took an old bag, happens to be DollarTree, and I stuffed it inside of the pumpkin because I needed some height for the little mini pumpkins. And I just threw a few pieces of raffia on top of that in case you could see the plastic bag later on. And then I took my 3 little kitties and I put them inside my pumpkin. When I found where I liked them, I just put little pieces of, dabs of hot glue just to stick them all to each other. And the top is also hot glued to the kitties and to the back of the pumpkin. And that's it. My project is all complete. Quarantino and I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give our video a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and if you aren't already subscribing, please consider doing so. Quarantino and I will be back again soon with another project. Thanks for watching. Take care.